Okay, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I begin with this lesson, I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, HaKadosh. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, Elder Millstone, who do well and teach well. Shalom to the hopeful elect and you, man, your brothers pushing this word throughout the four corners of the earth with all truth and sincerity, making your calling and election sure, man. Hey, shalom, shalom. And this is going to go into, how ICE is coincide with the training of the Neurolink, man, or, not necessarily training, but the trials, Salakia, of the Neurolink, man. And, hey, pick up this girl posted. She said, me, when a man dies in a vegetative state after being detained by ICE, he was perfectly healthy. After I saw that whole video on the ICE Neuralink connection, wake up, prepare, because they are also taking born and raised U.S. citizens and lying about it. So there was this guy that was detained and taken to one of those facilities and was actually, used as a patient for, Neuralink. And, they came out and said that, hey, we can detain and take, non-U.S. citizens, right? If we really want to, and implant you with a chip, implant you with the brain chip, man. So now they're saying, now the airports are closed down. Now you got, hey, you can get deported to one of these. Also, you can click right here on ICE Neuralink, and it goes into the connection with Hawaii and Neuralink as well, on how, they were taking people out there to Hawaii to, these concentration camps because, they were immigrants. And what were they doing in those concentration camps? They were experimenting with the Neuralink on these members. So it goes to show you, man, that, hey, Esau Edom is getting ready to come down and having great wrath, via this, brain chip. And it goes to show you that, hey, what the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone have been saying regarding the mark of the beast is true, man. The mark of the beast is going to be that implant, because there's nothing else here on earth where you're going to be able to buy or sell if you take anything in your head, man, unless it's that sihib. It's not sin, because when you're going to tell where to mark, remember, it goes into a physical thing, something that can be inserted in you, man. It's not, sin. It's not, white women, because, Moses and, King Solomon, they all dated Edomites, man, and married Edomites. And obviously they're not 2/3, man. All right. And so with that being said, let's go into the book of Revelations 13 and 12 real quick, just to get that point. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 13 and verse, not 12, and verse 13. I'm going to start at verse 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the mean of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they shall make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And those miracles are that, man. Those miracles are how they're going to go ahead and bring in this RFID microchip, whether it's in your head or in your hand. It's going to be able to, be super convenient, make payments, bring those that, have messed up ligaments back to, working again. Or, you may have lost eyesight. You may have a loss of eyesight, and it might be able to bring it back, or so on and so forth, man. This is how they're going to bring these miracles, via this charagma, man. But nonetheless, verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the image of the beast should be killed. And worshiping the image of the beast is the ways of Esau Edom coming into the New World Order, man. His lifestyle, the way he moves, that's the image of the beast, right? You're living, people like to say you're copying someone. Oh, I got, back in the world, when if you're gonna get some shoes that someone already had, you would say you're copying someone. So with that being said, that's what the image is, the image of the beast. All right, so let's read on. Verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, He causes all both small and great, rich and poor, and free and bond to receive a mark. When you go to that word mark, it goes into charagma, which means an incision or a scratch, right? An engraving mark. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So not only is this charagma, tied to, the system of Esau Edom when he gets ready to implement the New World Order, right? Because that's going to be his main image. But also, monetarily, you're not going to be able to buy or sell in that system without this mark, man. So this is what Neuralink is about. And it's going to be what? In your hands or in their foreheads. And that's just going to your head, man. It can be to the side, it can be to the right side, the back of the head, the front of the head, the side of the head. This is just the vision that, John the Revelator had seen, Also, when he seen the vision, the Most High may have just showed him a right hand, in the vision, right hand. But then you may see some people taking in their left hand. And that's why you read it in the book of Revelations, the 14th chapter, Revelation chapter 14. And just real quick, let's get straight to the point. Right here, verse 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. It didn't say right or left, or in his hand, man. So this is going to be what's happening. And it goes to show you, man, that what? Romans 13 and 11. This is going to be a lesson just going into, how the Lord is really, speeding up these days, man, because they said that they want by 2026 at least 1,000 people with that, Neuralink. And when you go into the Neuralink, there's only 7 people in the world that have it right now. That's what Esau Edom says, but I'm pretty, we're pretty much certain that there's a lot more people that have it. But nonetheless, Romans 13 and 11, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. So as you see, our salvation is closer than when we believe. Why? Because Esau Edom is already getting ready to shut down this system and bring in a new one, via, the closing down of the IRS, the pilots, the dollar losing its value, SNAP benefits, EBT, people, losing things that they had, and really Jake waking up to, these small hatters, man. So, hey, Esau Edom's getting ready to come down with this shit, man. So our salvation is nearer than what we believed. And guess what? The charagma is right there, man. The charagma is right there. Right. This is a comment that actually struck that, and they said, and all the airports are closing. And they said they're closing the gate. We all stuck now. Yes, remember, I don't know, I forgot exactly who it was, but they said once the airports close and the borders are shut down, it's not because they want us to get out, but it's not because they want these immigrants to come in, Salakia, but it's so that we don't get out, man. So they're going to try to entrap everybody here. And it's part of the, the New World Order. This is what they want. But yeah, man, the Neuralink, I just seen this right here. I was into the Aki real quick. I was like, damn, bro. So, these ICE and these different laws and these detainments, they're not just taking Jake into these concentration camps and, necessarily punishing them, but they're trying out their Neuralink on them, man. It just goes to show you that, hey, Esau Edom, he's getting really ready to set up his New World Order, and you got Jake out here asleep. All right? So, yeah, man, I just wanted to bring this out, man, a quick prophecy update. Prophecy is always winning. Again, if we be the man of Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai. I want to close out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kakodash. Damn, Salakim. Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kakodash.